pupils, parents, and guardians. Let me start by thanking you for being a part of all our remote learning platforms, particularly our television program, The Classroom in Your Home. Each feedback has been awesome. Good job, you. Our teachers have been working assiduously to bridge the learning loss during this critical period. Therefore, I am pleased to inform you that the Classroom in Your Home has been extended to accommodate the lower primary classes and a dedicated lesson to cater for our special needs pupils in line with our mandate of providing an all-inclusive and quality basic education in our dear state. This program is fully sponsored by the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, and supported by the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board under the COVID-19 Blended Learning Intervention Initiative. Please encourage your wards to tune in and take every advantage of this laudable program. Also remember, this pandemic is not over. Let us continue to abide by all health and safety guidelines as stipulated by the government. At Lasubeb, we are determined to leave no child behind in our quest to improve the standard of basic education in our state. Thank you.
Hello pupils, you're welcome to another wonderful edition of your favorite program, The Classroom in Your Home, a program sponsored by the Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, and packaged by the Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, Lasubeb. It is to ensure that you are academically engaged in addition to what you are learning in school. I am Auntie Fumi, your English Studies teacher, and I have with me your wonderful teachers. The mathematician, Uncle Agbaje.
Hello children, are you ready to learn today?
That's your maths teacher. And your popular teacher, Uncle Popo.
Hello puppies.
He'll be taking you through all the subjects on the general studies. And we have our sign language interpreter in the house, Uncle Niyi. Together, we are bringing the classroom into your home. Please stay tuned. Lesson today, we are going to look at a comprehension passage. We're going to look at a comprehension passage titled Nigeria. It's going to be very interesting. But before we go into the comprehension, let's have the correction to our previous homework. You were asked to use the following in your own sentences. I'm not expecting all of you to have the same sentence with Auntie Fumi, but I expect that you should have something close to this. Do you have something close to what Auntie Fumi has on the board? I trust you. You deserve to be celebrated with a cheer. Good job, you. Now to the learning objective for today. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to listen to the comprehension passage on Nigeria. We're going to listen very well, attentively today. Listen to the comprehension passage on what? On Nigeria. Not only that, you should be able to answer questions on the comprehension passage. Are you ready? You must be ready to listen very well today. I need 100% attention just like Uncle Popo. So, are you ready? Please listen attentively. Maybe you have a jotter so that you can jot some points ahead of the question time. The topic is Nigeria. 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 Does that name sound familiar to you? Of course it is. That is our country where we live in. The name Nigeria was given by Miss Flora Shaw. Are you listening? Are you jotting? Okay. The name Nigeria was given by who? Miss Flora Shaw. The word Nigeria was coined from Niger area. The word Nigeria was coined from Niger area. Nigeria is an African country. That's another thing for you to jot down. Nigeria is an African country. Nigeria is made up of over 200 million people. Wow. Nigeria is made up of over 200 million people with different ethnic groups. I can remember Uncle Popo taught you something about ethnic groups. Yes, in one of the social studies lesson. So Nigeria is made up of over 200 million people with different ethnic groups. Not only that, Nigeria is the giant of Africa. Nigeria is what? Is the giant of Africa. And a major source of income is crude oil. Nigeria is the giant of Africa. And a major source of income is what? Crude oil. Another point. She gained independence on October 1st, 1960. 1st October 1960. That was when she gained, or when Nigeria gained her independence. October 1st October. And became a republic on October 1, 1963. That was why we celebrated our independence last week, Thursday. Notable Nigerian heroes. You know who a hero is? Notable Nigerian hero, late Chief Obafemi Awolowo. You've heard that name before. Yes. If not, check 100 Naira notes. Notable Nigerian heroes are late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, that's one. Late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, that's another person. Another person is late Chief Anthony Enahoro, to mention a few. We've mentioned just 3 of them, but there are others. The current president of Nigeria is who? Yes, President Muhammadu Buhari, while the current vice president is Professor Yemi Osinbajo. You want me to say that again? I know you know it, but then let me emphasize on it. The current president of Nigeria is President Muhammadu Buhari, while the current vice president is Professor Yemi Osinbajo. In hierarchy, that is when you are arranging from top to down. In hierarchy, the president is the first citizen of Nigeria. Who is the first citizen of Nigeria? That's another question. Who? The president. That is President Muhammadu Buhari, is the first citizen of Nigeria, followed by who? The vice president, and then the Senate president. Who is the first citizen? The president, President Muhammadu Buhari, followed by the vice president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, and then the Senate president, who is the number 3 citizen in Nigeria. The body responsible for making laws in Nigeria is the National Assembly. The body responsible for making laws in Nigeria is the National Assembly. And the National Assembly comprises of House of Senate, that is the upper house, and House of Representatives, which is the lower house. The National Assembly comprises House of Senate, which is the upper house, and the House of Representatives, which is the lower house. Moving forward, we're not going to talk about the current Senate President. Who is he? His name is Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan. That is the current Senate President. While the current House of Representatives Speaker is Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. There are 109 senators in the House of Senate and 360 members in House of Representatives in Nigeria. Let me take this again because it is very important. The current Senate President is Senator Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, while the current House of Representatives Speaker is Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. Another thing to note is that there are 109 senators in the House of Senate, while we have 360 members in House of Representatives in Nigeria. Are you enjoying the passage? Are you listening with rapt attention? Okay, well done. We have how many states in Nigeria? We have 36 states in Nigeria, and it's headed by governors. Each state has a governor. Each state has a governor. We have 36 states in Nigeria headed by governors. The only governor not heading any state is the central bank governor. The only governor that is not heading any state is who? The central bank governor. That is CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria. There is a governor there, but it's not a governor of any state. We have 36 states with 36 governors. So I can ask you, how many governors do we have in Nigeria? How many state governors do we have in Nigeria? But let's move on. Nigeria is blessed with human and natural resources. Nigeria is blessed with human and natural resources. Examples of our natural resources are cocoa, yes, cocoa, groundnuts, rubber, timber, tin ore, crude oil, and so on and so forth. You can see them. These are some of our natural resources. Nigeria is really blessed. On October 1, 2020, Nigeria celebrated our 60th birthday. On October 1, 2020, Nigeria celebrated our 60th birthday. Now it's activity time. It is time for me to be able to determine whether you've listened to me or given me your 100% attention. It's evaluation time and it is activity time. Now, choose the correct answer from the options. You've chosen your answer. Brilliant children, I am always proud of you. It's time for correction. Are you ready? Let's do it. Wow! I can see the expression on your face, or your faces. Well done. Now, let's mark. When did Nigeria gain independence? The answer is October 1, 1960. If this is your answer, then give it a tick. Brilliant one. If you don't have this, just put a cross over your answer. Number 2, Nigeria was coined from dash and dash. The answer is Niger and area. Yes, another tick. How many state governors do we have in Nigeria? How many state governors do we have in Nigeria? Of course, we have 36 because we have 36 states. The only governor that is not heading a state, we told you, is who? The central bank governor. Brilliant. So your answer is 36. We have 36 state governors in Nigeria. Number 4, who is the number 2 citizen in Nigeria? That is Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Got that too? I am proud of you. And the last question, in what year will Nigeria celebrate 70 years anniversary? This year, 2020, Nigeria celebrated 60 years. So 60 plus 10 to make 70 in another 10 years. That is year 2030. Atifumi got 5 out of 5. What about you? I am proud of you. I need to celebrate you with a cheer. Good job, you. Now to your assignment. No assignment, no pack off Good Life Magic Juice. This is your assignment. Write a composition about Nigeria. I have told you so many things about Nigeria. It is now your turn to write a composition about Nigeria. I want to see how well you have listened and comprehended the passage I read to you. Well done, children. When you are submitting your assignments, make sure you put your name, your school, your class, and your local government. That is the only way I will be able to identify that those person has done the assignment and submitted on time. And that's it for today. We have come to the end of the English Studies lesson for today. Did you enjoy the passage? You enjoyed listening to the passage? I did too. Yes, it's time for me to hand you over to Uncle Agbaje for the mathematics lesson. Don't forget, Auntie Fumi is always proud of you. Good job, you.
Hello, children. You are welcome to this segment of the program, The Classroom in Your Home. Of course, it's mathematics time, and that means we're going to be having some fun. Today, we will conclude our work on percentages. Today, we'll be looking at percentage of quantities. What does that mean? You will find out in the course of the lesson. But first, that work that was given to you, let's take a review of this, which will serve as an introduction to this lesson. You were asked to solve this question. So the first one says, Buddy scored 18 out of 30 marks. And now we want to find the percentage of that. If you were Buddy and you scored 18 out of 30 marks, what's your percentage going to be? If your teacher made a mistake with the calculation, if you know how to convert your marks to percentages, you can meet her and say, sir, this percentage is wrong right here. This is what you're supposed to give me. All right, but let's see how it's done. That's 18 out of 30. And of course, 30 is not a factor of 100. So we have to make sure that 30 has 2 zeros. So the bottom has 2 zeros. And that is multiplying this by 10. So you have 300. Then we'll multiply the top by 10 as well, because we have multiplied the bottom as well with 10. And that you get 180. And so now we have to reduce this 300 to 100. And so from 300 to 100, we have to divide by 3. And that means we have to divide 180 by 3 as well. Now if we divide 180 by 3, take a white pen. 180 by 3, 3 goes here, 1, 3 goes here, 6, 3 goes here, 0. No remainder, and that is 60. And so right here we get 60, and of course that is 60 per 100, which means 60%. Therefore his percentage score is 60%. Is that what you got? Oh, bravo, you're smart. Let's see the next one. This one says that Bola weighs 45 kilogram and Ade weighs 60 kilogram. You have to express Bola's mass as a percentage of Addis mass. Now we want to express Bola's mass. So we're interested in Bola's mass, but in relation to Addis mass. Now Bola's mass is 45 kilogram and Addis mass is 60 kilogram. And in terms of fraction, that is like 3/4. And this is how we got that. Okay. So see, 45 kilogram all over 60 kilogram. Now kilogram, of course, we cancel each other. 15 goes here 3 times, 15 goes here 4 times, and you get 3/4. Okay, so now working with that, working with the fact that 45 to 60 is something as 45 over 60, which is 3/4 in the lowest term. We only need to convert that fraction to percentage, and that means we have to multiply by 25 in the denominator and 25 in the numerator. 4 times 25 will give us 100. 3 times 25 will give us 75. And so the percentage is 75. And that means that Bola's mass is 75% of Addis mass. But I'm sure you found that very, very easy and you got both right. And so I'm going to celebrate you with a chair. Now moving on to that work of today. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to use a shortcut to change fractions to percentages. You should also be able to calculate percentage of quantities, which is the focus of today's lesson. And finally, you should be able to solve some real-life problems. That's the essence of mathematics. We solve everybody's problems. All right, so without wasting much time, let us begin. Changing fractions to percentages using a shortcut. We learned in the last lesson how to change fractions to percentage, but there is a shortcut that works all the time, okay? And that shortcut simply says that to change fractions to percentages, simply multiply the fraction by 100%. And I will tell you why that works. You see, for instance, you want to change 3/8 to percentage, and this shortcut says that we should multiply by 100%, and that means we should multiply by, so it's the same thing as saying 3/8 times 100% simply means 100 all over 100, and that means that we are scaling up the top by 100 and scaling the bottom by 100, and the meaning is that we will have 800 at the bottom, which will have 2 zeros. And you know, we're always trying to get 2 zeros at the bottom so that it will be easy for us. But we will not write our 100% like this, okay? So let's see how it's done. Just erase all that. Okay, so we're going to write our 3/8. Then you now write your 100%. Instead of writing 100 over 100, we're going to write 100% over 1. That's like 100 over 100, but we just write 100% instead of 100 over 100. And now we can divide through. So 4 goes here 2 times. 4 goes in 125 times. Okay. Now 3 times 25, of course, is 75%. In the denominator, we're left with 2 times 1 and nothing can go. And so we have 3/8 is the same thing as 75%. Always remember to put the percent because you still have 1/100 there that we have compressed into the percentage sign. And so we have 75%. 3 times 25% is 75%, and that is 75% over 2 because in the denominator you have 2 times 1. And so now 75 divided by 2. 2 goes here 1, 2 goes in 7, 3, remainder 1, which we put beside 5. 2 goes in 15, 7 times, remainder 1 all over 2 because we are dividing by 2. And so in our final answer, we'll get 37.5%. And it's as simple as that. The rule will always work. Anytime you have to change a fraction to a a fraction to a percentage, just multiply by 100% and you'll get your final result. Let's see. This one says change 7/12 to percentage. So again, we multiply 7/12 by 100% all over 1. And now we can look at what divides through. 4 goes here 3, 4 goes here 25. Okay. By now you should know that 25 and 4 are multiples of 100. They multiply each other to form 100. Now nothing can go again, so we just multiply numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. So 7 times 25 will give us 175. 7 times 25% will give us 175%. percent. And then 3 times 1 in the denominator is 3. Then we can divide to get the fraction part. 3 goes here 1, 3 goes in 17, 5 times, remaining 2, then 3 goes in 25, 8 times, remaining 1, and since we are dividing by 3, that's 1 over 3. Then our final result will be 58 1/3%. So my friend, this is a shorter method. Any fraction you want to change to percentage, just multiply by 100%, work out your result, you will get your final answer. Now to another aspect of today's work, which is fractions of quantities. Now, parts of quantities are commonly expressed as percentages. In real life, we come about a lot of percentages in action. Now, look at these two circles. This full one that has no part shaded is called 100%. And every time we're dealing with percentage, the whole that we want to divide is always 100%, because it means we have a whole box, we divide it into 100 and we shade everything. That is 100 over 100, and that is 100%. But a part of it will now give you a smaller percentage that is less than 100. Like this one has the yellow part here shaded, and it is labeled as 20%. The remaining part will not be up to whole, and that is 80%. Both of them, 80 plus 20, will give you 100%. So this percentage of quantities occurs a lot in real life, as you will see in some of the problems that we'll be considering. Look at this problem. The population of a town, that means the number of people in a town, the population of a town is 15,000. That means there are 15,000 people in the town. Now, the percentage of children is 22%. So take note of that. 15,000 people in a town. You know, people will include men, women, and children. Okay, so the percentage of children is 22%. And that does not mean that there are 22 children in the town. No, 22% does not mean 22. How many children are in the town? Don't say, why are you asking me how many children are in the town? It says there are 22 children in the town. No, it doesn't say there are 22 children in the town. It says that there are 15,000 people, and 22% of those 15,000 people are children. No, it's just like saying a part, because fraction and percentage is a part, like half or 1/3. When they say half of the people are children, that does not mean that there is half children in the town. No. So we want to calculate the number of children in the town. So how do we do this? If the population of the town is divided into 100 percentages, then the children will take 22 parts. That's what it means. That 22% means that if we divide the whole population into 100, 22 parts will be children. Okay, so what do we do with that knowledge? That the children are 22 parts out of 100 parts of the population. So we'll write this down mathematically, because it is the mathematics representation that we can work with. The children are 22 parts of 100 parts, 22 out of 100 of 15,000 people. And you remember that we have to change that off to multiplication. That is 22 over 100 times 15,000 over 1. From here, it's easy to solve. Let 2 zeros below cancel 2 zeros above. 2 times 15 is 30. And this 2 times 11. 2 times 15 is 30. Then you multiply by 11 and you get 33 and 0. Then this last 0 will come in. Okay? So finally, there are 3,300 people there. Result income slides. You can see the children are 3,300. By the time we resolve this, we'll get that the children are 3,300. And that means that there are 3,300 children in the town. But let me show you something, just to be sure that this 3,300 is the same as 22%. See, there are 3,300 children. Out of how many people? Out of 15,000 people. Now I want to change that to percentage. I'll multiply by 100% over 1. Then, now look at 2 zeros, we cancel 2 zeros. 1 0, we cancel 1 0. So, now 15 goes here, 1. 15 goes here, 2, remainder 3. Then 15 goes in, I put the 3 here. 15 goes in 30, 2 times again. And I have 22 times 1%. And that gives you 22%, showing you that 3,300 is actually 22% of 15,000. All right. So that is that about that. Let's see the next problem. This problem says that this is a store where items of clothing are sold. And this problem says that in order to encourage people to shop during a festive season like Salah or Christmas, a store decides to remove 20% from the price of its goods. Take that again. We want them to buy, so the shop decides to remove 20% from the price of its good. Now, if a coat originally cost 7,000 naira a coat, how much will be deducted before the sale? Now, don't say, oh, well, I already know how much will be deducted. It will be 20. It's not 20 because it's not saying 20 naira will be deducted. It's a 20%. So how do we interpret this problem? It means that if the whole money, the whole price of the coat is divided into 100, we have to remove 20 and let customers pay the remaining. But the question says how much will be removed, and we're interested in that. So if the whole price of the coat is divided into 100 parts, then 20 parts will be deducted. That is what 20% means, 20 out of 100. And so that means 20 out of 100 of the price. 20 over 100 of the price. So when we write that down mathematically, that is 20 over 100 times the price, which is 7,000, will be deducted. So now solving, 2 zeros cancel 2 zeros here. We're left with 1 in the denominator. That is trivial. 2 times 7 is 14. Then I put this 0 and I put this 0. That is 1,400. And so what that means is that 1,400 naira will be deducted. And if you want to show that this 1,400 naira is actually the same as that 20%, just say 1,400 naira will be removed from 7,000. 1,400 naira over 7,000, then change it to percentage as you have been taught. But time will not permit me to do that for you, so you can do that during your own leisure. But it's time for you to try one of your own. The time allocated for a test is 2 hours. Umaru uses only 80% of that time. How long did he spend taking the test? Don't tell me he spent 80 minutes because this is 80%, not 80 minutes. Heads up, 2 hours is the same thing as 120 minutes. You have 1 minute for this. Begin. Alrighty then, I believe that you're done because this one is quite easy. But let's just run through the process together. Now, Umar spent 80% of the time. And that means that if we divide the whole time into 100 pieces, 80 parts is what Umar spent. And that is 80 parts of 100, 80% of the total time. And that is 80 over 100 of the total time. That is 80 over 100 of 2 hours, which of course will be changed to 120 minutes as I have told you at the beginning of the classwork. Now we just need to resolve this. Okay, so it's easy for me to cancel 1 0 below, 1 0 above, another 0 below, another 0 above. You see why it's very easy? Now I have 1 and 1 in the denominator, and that is trivial. But 8 times 12, my friend, is 96. But 96 what? Is it 96 mangoes? Of course not. When you're working, you always work with your units. Here we're dealing with minutes. So that is 8 times 12 minutes, and that will give us 96 minutes. So Umaru used 96 minutes, or you can convert that to minutes and seconds, hours and minutes. That is 1 hour and 36 minutes. I'm sure you got that right. Let me celebrate you. You are amazing. Let me give you that chair. Alrighty then. Now for some practice work to do during your leisure. You have to find 5% of 3 kilometers. Easy peasy. And then look at this problem. on a full charge. A mobile phone can work for 40 hours. That is what the manufacturer said. And if this phone is fully charged, it will work for 40 hours. Now, it has 60% charge. You check the phone and mommy says, what's the percentage on the phone battery? And you say, mommy, it's 60%. And then mommy wants to calculate how long she can use the phone before she needs to charge again. So that is your problem, my friend. It's a real life problem. I'll see you in the next class and we'll solve it together. I will hand you over to Uncle Popo. Till that next class, remain wonderful mathematicians.
Hello pupils, you are welcome to General Studies class. I am Uncle Popo. Uncle Popo is here.
I am also here.
Good. We are here together.
100% attention.
Brilliant one. 100% attention is what I need from you. Today's subject is civic education. Civic education is our subject for today. In our last lesson, we talked about values that promote peace. There we talked about cooperation. We talked about honesty. Today we want to look at some other values that promote peace. Before that, I have a very short story to tell you. Story. Once upon a time in a village called Eminikon, that means only me. There we had great warriors, and they have been fighting and winning so many wars during their time. But it got to a time, and some other villages tried to find out the reason or how they have been winning so many wars. And they discovered that, and later those villages tried to look for their secret. And the secret of the Eminikon village is they were brave warriors, but they like fighting individually. They don't try to bring their skills together when going to war. And the next war they fought, Eminikon village was defeated because the people had know their secret that they were not in unity. All their skills as brave warriors, they don't come together to win. And they fought another one, they were defeated also. Then one of them suggested that we know that we are great warriors, but where was the problem coming from? Then they discovered that now the people had known that they were not united, and because of that they were losing the war they fought. Then they agreed that they will be in unity, they will come together, all their skills as great warriors, bring it together and represent that village. The next war they fought, and Eminikon village won that battle, and they were very happy. Another one they won, and they discovered that it pays to be in unity. Since that day, they changed the name of the village from Eminikon to all of us. That means in Yoruba it means Gbogbo. So that's how they changed the name, and they formed a slogan. Let me tell you the slogan. When I say in unity, then you say we can achieve a lot. When I say we can achieve a lot, then you say in unity. In unity, we can achieve a lot. We can achieve a lot in unity. That leads us to today's topic. And we want to look at values that promote unity. We want to talk about values that promote peace. We want to look at values that promote peace. And we would like to talk about unity and also humility. The learning objectives. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to identify characteristics of values that promote unity. And you should be able to state characteristics of a humble person. Moving on to the topic, unity. Let's define unity. This symbol just shows that when you are united, when you are together, you will achieve a lot, just like I have told you in that story. Unity is defined as a state of agreement or harmony among people. Agreement, harmony among people, that is unity. See, people here putting their things together, agreeing and having harmony, that's unity. It serves to promote the spirit of oneness and togetherness. It promotes the spirit of what? oneness and what? Togetherness. That's what unity does. Promote the spirit of oneness and togetherness. You can see this symbol is telling us about showing people that are united. When you are united, you achieve a lot. It involves people with different opinions and beliefs coming together as one in order to work towards the achievement of a certain objective. Just like in that story, later they came together to work as one. They came together and to work as one towards the achievement to win their battle, and they achieved it. In some companies, you have to work in unity before you can achieve the set goals for you. Just like in Nigeria, we have more than 200 ethnic groups, and the people with different opinions, with different ethnic background, coming together as one. Then in unity, I still say that in unity, we can achieve a lot. Now, let's talk about national unity. Say that. National unity. We need to talk about that one here in Nigeria because we are living with different ethnic groups with different ideas, opinions, and so on. National unity is a sense of oneness and togetherness that is felt by people from different cultural, ethnic groups, religious, and political backgrounds who make up a particular country. I say it again, it's a sense of oneness and togetherness that is felt by people from different cultural, ethnic groups, religious, and political backgrounds who make up a particular country. Especially, a very good example to testify to this is Nigeria as a country, because we have different people. We have Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, different people coming together to live in a country. So, and national unity is needed in such country. Then let's look at the ways by which national unity is promoted. Ways by which national unity is promoted. One, emphasizing things that unite us. What are those things that unite us? First one is respect for other people's opinion on issues of national interest. Respect for other people's opinions on issues of national interest. A Yoruba man must respect an Igbo person. Likewise, other ethnic group, they must respect their own opinion. Moving on to the next one that unites us, respect for the religion, customs, and traditions of other ethnic group. That's another way. You must have respect for the religion, customs, and traditions of other ethnic group. No matter how you think your ethnic group is superb, is powerful, you need to respect other ethnic group also. Let's look at respect for the national objectives and the national symbols. That's another way. What are some of our national symbols? The coat of arms, our currency, Nigerian passport, and so on. National symbols include the coat of arms, the national pledge, national anthem, the nation's currency, the national passport. So you need to respect all these national symbols. It's another way. Now, what I've just said, the national symbols are national flag, the national passport, the coat of arms, our currency. So we need to respect all these are national symbols. Strengthening national bonds. We are talking about organizing sports and cultural events that will engage representatives across the nation. In Nigeria, I think we have things like that where other people from different states will come together through cultural festival or sports, where we have different people from different states coming together to represent. So something like this will help to strengthen our national bonds. So organizing sports and cultural events helps to strengthen our national bonds. Next one is organizing national conferences at regular intervals to address issues of national interest. National conferences we are talking about, we have different ethnic groups, different people coming together and address issues that may cause problem in the country. Then they solve it. So this one too will help to strengthen our national bonds, creating an enabling environment for national leadership positions to be rotational. To be what? Rotational, and not to be monopolized by a particular ethnic group. What we are talking about here is national leadership positions, maybe the president, the senate president, or high position like that. It should be rotational. It should not be that one or particular ethnic group should be the one taking the lead. So it should be rotational, and it should not be monopoly. It should not be for one ethnic group. When we try to do this, it will help our national unity. We talked about national sport. You can see a typical example here. Different states representing their states in national sport here, and organizing sport and cultural events. We have some festival now where people from another state come to another state to experience and feel their culture. So it's a very nice one doing. Now let's talk about humility. That's another factor we want to look at. What do we mean by humility? This is the quality of being modest and respectful. Quality of being modest and respectful. What are the characteristics of a humble person? What are the characteristics? Because if you are humble, it will help us a lot. One, a humble person is teachable. When you are humble, no matter how you think, you have all the knowledge, you still have a way whereby people still need to teach you on certain things. A humble person, is teachable, who will surrender himself for teaching and will take to correction. Next one is a humble person is at peace with themselves and others. When you are humble, you are at peace with others, you are at peace with yourself, and this will help. Next one is a humble person is grateful. No matter what you give, no matter how little it is, the person is very, very grateful. That's why we need to teach younger ones coming up. Any little thing given to them, they should be grateful. They should thank the person. So if you inculcate that habit in them now, it will help them as they grow up, and it will help the society at large. A humble person is grateful. Next one, a humble person is slow to offend and quick to forgive. A humble person is slow to what? To offend and quick to forgive. When you offend them, they easily forgive you, and you still relate with each other. So, and all these qualities I want you to imbibe. Evaluation time, activity time. So, questions. Question number 1, define unity. Question number 2, state 2 ways by which national unity is promoted. Your time starts now. Eyes on me. Uncle Popo is here. I believe you are still there. Let's mark. Question number 1. Unity is defined as a state of agreement or harmony among people. Question number 2. State 2 ways by which national unity is promoted. 1. Respect for other people's opinions on issues of national interest. Respect for religion, customs, and traditions of other ethnic groups. Promoting inter-ethnic marriage, and so on. All the points we have discussed in this lesson are also correct. So let me say brilliant one. When I say brilliant one, what's the response? You say perfect one. Brilliant one, perfect one. We have come to the end of today's lesson. Until next time, next lesson, Uncle Popo says, keep on studying. Bye.
My wonderful pupils, we have come to the end of another exciting episode on the classroom in your home.
Did you enjoy today's classes? Well, of course you did, because we enjoyed ourselves teaching you as well. Now, today is Thursday, and of course we have for you the video of the week. Video of the week.
Yes.
Video of the week. And the best video for this week is from Udochukwu Divine Chinechirim from Young Nations Nursery and Primary School, in
Isolo.
Let's see what she's got to give us. Auntie Fumi.
Sun, earth, and the moon. Eclipse of the moon. Sun, earth, and the moon. Eclipse of the moon. Sun, earth, and the moon. Eclipse of the moon. Sun, earth, and the moon. Eclipse of the moon make up lunar eclipse. SEM. Sun, earth, and the moon. Eclipse of the moon make up lunar eclipse. SEM. Sun, moon, and the earth. Solar eclipse. 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 That is what we call SME. Sun, moon, and earth. Solar eclipse. That is what we call SME. Anti-fool.
Wow.
That was wonderful.
Very
I think
interesting.
I'm very impressed with the fact that she was able to take Uncle Coco's song and rejig and remix it. Okay, so now when I go back to class, I have a good song that I'm going to use to teach solar eclipse and lunar eclipse in the class. Good job, you Udochukwu Chinecherem. You can come to Lasubeb and pick up a pack of
Good Life Magic Juice.
Now, on to today's online assessment. The link is bit.ly/Lasubeb lesson 66. It's bit.ly/Lasubeb lesson 66. Remember that you can also visit our online collection of tests by visiting the link bit.ly/Lasubeb lesson tests. There you will find all the online assessments that we've been doing from lesson 1 all the way to 66.
Taking the online assessment is based on if you have access to either your daddy's, your mommy's, your uncle's, or your auntie's Android or smartphones. If not, there's no problem. Just send your question, your comment, and your assignment to 081 50 86 5663. Please, SMS and WhatsApp messages only. Do not call that line. And when you're submitting your assignment, make sure that you indicate your name,
your school,
yes,
your class,
and your local government education authority, LGA. That is the only way we can identify you to be able to appraise you accordingly.
Good. Undeniable is the fact that today's lessons were fulfilled, and you can get those lessons on Lasubeb YouTube channel for you to watch over and over again. Subscribe to Lasubeb YouTube channel to get notification when new videos are uploaded. The classroom in your home could also be watched live on Facebook,
yes,
through the page showing on the screen.
Until our next lesson, when we shall meet again on another edition of The Classroom in Your Home, make sure you do your homework,
wash your hands regularly,
keep studying hard, and
stay safe. Lasubeb, leave no child behind. This is to inform the general public that registration of children for admission into Nursery 1 and Primary 1 will commence in all public nursery and primary schools in Lagos State from Monday 21st September through to Friday 23rd October 2020. The minimum registration age for Primary 1 is 6 years. That is, only children born between 1st April 2014 and 31st March 2015 whose parents or guardians are residents in Lagos State are qualified for registration. Application for registration should be obtained from the head teachers of all public nursery and primary schools in the state. Parents and guardians should register in the school nearest to their homes. Registration is from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Application forms must be accompanied by 3 passport-size photographs of the child, birth certificate of the child, evidence that parent or guardian is resident in Lagos State, that is your LASRA registration card, parent or guardian's tax clearance. Completed application form must be submitted to the head teacher of the school from where it was obtained and must reach him or her on or before Friday, 23rd October 2020. No late registration will be considered. Parents are advised not to register at more than one center. Note, registration is free. Announcer, Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, Lasubeb.